Hey guys, Taylor here, and today I've got another Division 2 video for you. And today we're going to be talking about the Division 2's PTS and some of the changes that have taken place on it. Now the PTS is a public test server where you'll have access to an upcoming update. The PTS went live this morning for us to test out Title Update 3. This is the update that is planned to go live on the live game on the 25th, and that includes a raid. However, the raid isn't active on the PTS, but a lot of the changes, bug fixes, balance changes and whatnot are active, and today we're going to go over some of them. Now before I do get into the video, of course I do just want to highlight a giveaway we're running this month, and this is actually a really special one. Today we've got a content creator giveaway in partnership with the guys over at Nerd or Die, giving you a chance to win everything you currently see on screen. Yes, a PlayStation 4 Pro, a Yeti microphone, all of the cool stuff you need to start creating content. To enter that giveaway, make sure you follow the link down in the description. Now with all of that out of the way, let's jump straight into the video. A quick disclaimer though, this is a PTS, so although some of the changes you see on screen will make its way into the live game, not all of them will. So don't feel disheartened when you see your favourite talent or something changed. It still isn't final, and like I said, it still might not make its way in the final update. And let's start with some of the changes to the talents. So first up, Berserk. This is now 10% weapon damage for every 20% max armor depleted, and this now requires 11 or more offensive attributes. As well as that, you'll also need a shotgun, an SMG, or an assault rifle. The change is quite obvious. You now need 11 or more of the offensive attributes to activate this talent. Unbreakable, 70% of max armor is repaired when armor is depleted. An armor kit will not consume within 7 seconds. This now requires 11 or more of the blue or the defensive attributes, as well as no other active armor talents. This has changed a couple of ways. The current Unbreakable talent is as follows: 25% of max armor is repaired when your armor is depleted. Armor kits used within the next 5 seconds are not consumed, and it currently doesn't require any attributes to have this talent activated. So a big change is planned for the Unbreakable talent. Next up, Clutch. Critical hits now restore 20% health and 1% armor. That's obviously changed from critical hits restore 15% health and repair 2% armor. Patience is now, after being in cover for 5 seconds, armor repairs by 5% every 1 second. This requires 9 or more of the defensive attributes. The current talent is, after being in cover for 3 seconds, armor repairs by 5% every 1 second and requires 7 or more of the defensive attributes. Safeguard is probably one of the biggest changes. Killing a target grants 50% bonus to repairing and healing effects for 5 seconds and requires 4 or less offensive attributes. On the current live game, it's killing a target grants 150% bonus to repairing and healing effects for 20 seconds, and that requires 5 or less offensive attributes. The Surgical talent has also had its crit hit chance reduced to 5% from 8%. Bloodsucker, depleting enemy armor adds a stack of 25% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 6, and this requires 11 or more of the defensive attributes. It's currently depleting an enemy's armor adds a stack of 20% bonus armor for 20 seconds, and the max stack is 5, and that requires 7 or more of the defensive attributes. So the last gear talent change that I noticed was to do with Spotter, and it's actually been buffed. It now does 20% weapon damage to pulsed enemies, and this requires 5 or more of the utility attributes. Its currently weapon damage is increased by 10% to pulsed enemies. So I've got to admit, that's a nice little change to see. Right, let's move on to some of the weapon talent changes now. First up, Frenzy. Reloading from empty grants 20% weapon damage and 15% of rate of fire for 3 seconds. This requires 4 or less of the defensive attributes. That's changed from reloading from empty grants 35% weapon damage and 35% rate of fire for 7 seconds, so quite a big change. Another pretty hefty change is Unhinged. It's now 20% weapon damage at the cost of 25% weapon handling. Its current version is 25% weapon damage at the cost of 35% weapon handling. Strained is now 5% crit hit damage for every 10% armor depleted, requiring 5 or less offensive attributes. That's had quite a heavy change as well. It's currently plus 10% crit hit damage is gained for every 5% of armor that is depleted, requiring 5 or less offensive attributes. And then finally, the last weapon talent change that I could see was to do with Spike. It's now headshot kills grant 35% skill damage for 20 seconds, requiring 5 or more utility attributes. That's received a slight buff because it's currently headshot kills grant plus 25% skill damage for 10 seconds. So that's currently all of the talent changes we could see. Please, by all means, let me know if there's some others that I might have missed in the comments below. One other thing we noticed is there's now a recalibration score instead of increase of gear score, and that goes from 1 to 100. And the score seems to reflect the item stat values out of a max possible roll, with obviously 100 being the max possible roll or the cap of that stat you're trying to recalibrate. And like I said, it looks like you can push your gear score now from 500 to 515. So yeah, that's a whole bunch of changes in this current version of the PTS. Now, I've not had a chance to go through every single piece of gear or weapon, so I'm probably missing a few as well, and like I said, please let me know down below if I have. And if there's any changes that you're glad have made it to the PTS, let us know as well. But guys, that's going to be it for today's Division 2 video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, let us know by either leaving a comment or by clicking that like button. And as always, thank you so much for watching.
Thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to check out some more awesome stuff from us here at Arekkz Gaming, then you should definitely try to catch TwoSixNine and Paradise Central streaming 6 days a week. You can find a link to the multi-stream in the description box down below. They play a wide range of games, and what's more, we also have the end game store. By watching their streams, you earn currency, and you can redeem that currency on the endgame store for really cool prizes. Those can range from things like games, comics, and figures, all the way up to controllers, capture cards, and even consoles. So definitely drop by and become part of the community. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you're subscribed and be sure to click on that little bell icon to turn on notifications so you don't miss our next upload. You can watch more videos by clicking on the options here, but once again, thanks very much for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.